Welcome, I'm Oiza Adaba. Today we'll be talking about kidnapping in Nigeria, a very sensitive topic. Let's take a look at the stats. According to the SBM Intelligence statistics, since 2019, there have been 735 mass abductions in Nigeria. It is said that between July 2022 and June 2023, 3,620 people were abducted in 582 kidnapping cases with about 5 billion naira, that's about $3.8 million paid in ransom. The same report goes on to tell us that 10 years after the Chibok girls' abductions, Nigerians still grapple with the nationwide kidnapping crisis. The epidemic has worsened and moved from targeting schoolgirls to encompassing entire villages, primary and tertiary students, and highway commuters. Boko Haram's use of the abductions as a terror tactic opened a window for other criminal groups. However, the tactic of using schools as a tool of anti-government terrorism has expanded to include non-school targets and economic motivations.
Life in Abuja is normal. It's okay. Everything goes well. It's more or less like a civil service city. It's not like the bustling and hustling of Lagos that is like a business city. But for some times now, the issue of insecurity, which is something that is bedeviling the whole country at large, has also it has began to be a thing of concern to the residents of Abuja. We have been having reports here and there, incidences of insecurity, kidnapping, terrorism, housebreaking, and the likes. So it has kind of put everybody on alert. So unfortunately and sadly, a few months ago, my family was badly hit because my daughter was a victim. She was a victim of kidnapping, and sadly we lost her because of that occurrence. So for me and for my family, it has not been easy at all. Something of the that happened early this year, and life has not been the same as is expected because it's like a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's something that was never anticipated because we live in the heart of the city. So we had thought that to some extent the security apparatus within the city center is strong enough to checkmate this menace. But sadly, we were victim, and I have heard of other reports even after my daughter's incident. So for us as a family, it has not been easy. In fact, every day I wake up with a thought in my mind, I sleep with a thought in my mind. Because it's just like a dream, just casual, the normal routine. She was born and bred in Abuja. She has lived for um, almost 3 decades herself. She will have been 30 this May, if not for this ugly incident. So she just left the house as usual as what she normally does. She's also a worker herself. She goes to a shopping mall near where we reside once in a while, occasionally, which is something she does anyway on routine basis to go and pick some things. Unfortunately, I wasn't even aware that the siblings were told. She told them that she was going to get some things, and that was it. So she was picked And well, we suspect that eventually she entered the public transport, because sometimes if she doesn't get what she wants in the mall near my house, she moves to the next district where she will have to enter a public transport. So about 1 hour later, a call came through to me, and it was her number that she has been kidnapped. So I was really devastated. This was already in the night, around 9 o'clock anyway. She went out around 8 p.m. So around 9, this call came in. Okay, when she spoke, mentioned that she has been kidnapped. In fact, I was like, "Where are you? What happened?" They didn't even allow her to respond again to my questions. The person collected the phone from her. He said, "Yes, madam, we have your daughter with us." And they placed a demand, made a request for ransom, that I should go and put certain amount of money in her account within the next 10 minutes. Otherwise, they will take her out of the city. So, in my confused state, I didn't know where to face, where to go. I rushed hurriedly. As God will have it, what they requested for, I put it in the account. And I was relating with them. At least we talked for like 3 to 4 times. Still using her line anyway. I told them the money is there. They should go and check. They say, okay, they will check. Once they get the money, once the money is there, is complete, they will release my daughter. Because they have made they made that statement, and I have put the money. So I was like expecting, because we have actually had incidences. Even some of my neighbors have had experience, which they say they paid the money, and their person, their loved ones was released. So I was thinking it would go the same way. Even though I was not comfortable anyway, I was not settled in my mind, but so I was expecting her release. And in one of the conversations, they said our account has limits. There's a limit to our account, so they are not able to withdraw the money. But I had pleaded with them that they should release her since they have confirmed the money is there. But they said there's a limit in that account, so they will not release her until they are able to clear all the money. So I was begging them, I appealed, I did all I could. And the last statement he made, anyway, the person made, is that, "Madam, you see your daughter now." So I thought they had released her, and we started expecting. So we just kept hoping and hoping. That day, the following day went by, there was no communication again. Even the policemen were surprised, because they said for some of the victims or incidences they have reported, that once the money is paid, the victim is released. So they were surprised. At the same time, they said they have noticed a trend in their activities lately, which is like they keep their victim hostage, and they don't know the reason. So unfortunately, at this point in time, we didn't even know that she was already picked. Her body was picked somewhere along the express going outside the city. It's not easy at all. It's a very painful experience, because this is somebody that is still in her prime, and she's just coming up. And she didn't do them any wrong. She didn't do them any wrong. She was just a victim, which is the same case anyway with every other victim. You don't have to be, they just happen to be a victim that are in situation they didn't envisage. I mean, they didn't bargain for. So after her incidents, we heard of other incidences, even at the station. We're hearing of many others. So it's really a very, very it's a very dear situation that I think the security apparatus need to do it much more. Even though they are doing their best, but it appears that these people they are beating them to their game. They are also upping their game to make sure that they are getting away with this. So it's something that the people need to be sensitized about, and to be cautious and be aware that these things we are talking about, they are real, and they are around us, they are within us. The truth is that these kidnappers, I think they do this thing as a business, big time business, because it's paying them. It's just like you come out in the night and that you go back the following day, your pocket is heavy. So they see do it as a big time business. And the situation is such that the policemen are doing their best, security wise. The government is doing its best, but a lot of things factor contribute to this. Maybe economic factor and corruption, a lot of things. So these people, they are not ready to they are not relenting. They are doing this thing on regular basis, on frequent basis. Even though we have had a lot of arrests, we see a lot of arrests. Oftentimes you see police parade criminals, especially kidnappers, but it's still ongoing. So it's like they do it as a business, and it's possible some of them do it under influence too. Possible they do it under influence, because if it is about business, why then do they have to? I mean, I wonder why they should extend it to taking lives. Once they get the money, the gratification they are looking for, they should just release their victim and let them go free. But they are so violent, it's a violent crime and aggressive. So someone told me that they are also racing against time not to be caught because they know the implication. So they will do anything possible within their power and their means to escape arrest. So even if it means, malhandling, mishandling their victim, it wouldn't matter to them. All they are interested in is the gain and their own escape as well. So, and what we are also told is that once they want to release their victim, they push them out of fast moving vehicles. They push them out, and some of them some of them hit themselves. The lucky ones still survive it with injury. They survive it with injury, with bruises. But the way and manner they mishandle their victim is such that it's not every one of them that is lucky enough to survive their.
We've got to not just walk the walk, but not just talk the talk, but walk the walk too. We have to take action. Within this, because Nigeria, I mean, the Nigeria we grew up in was beautiful. It was safe. We could travel. We could do all of those
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
So why can't our children,
Enjoy the same privilege, and it's true.
Yeah.
Thank you
Again,
so
we thank you for
much.
your time, and we can't thank you enough for sharing this story, albeit really, really sad and devastating. But again, sharing it with the world for that lesson, for that purpose to be fulfilled. Mrs. Matilda Sanni, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Since 2019, Nigeria has witnessed at least 735 mass abductions, defined as kidnappings of more than five people, involving over 15,000 victims. 2024 alone, the first quarter, saw at least 68 abductions, averaging about one per day, with victim count exceeding the entire years of 2019 and 2020 combined. Kaduna State is leading the pack with the most incidents of 132 as at the first quarter of 2024, and over close to 4,000 victims. Zamfara State is next, and these are states that are located primarily in the northern part of Nigeria. This, again, is according to SB Intelligence, who conducted this survey in Nigeria to bring us these statistics. The large-scale kidnappings are far less frequent in the south of the country. Highway kidnappings are more common in the southern part of the country, which involves occasional school bus abductions, youth gangs, and the likes. The root cause of this kidnapping crisis are complex. First, it is economic hardship, high inflation, and a struggling economy that pushes individuals towards these desperate measures like kidnapping. It truly has been a devastating loss and a devastating topic to even discuss. And to think that it's happening in our home country is even more alarming, but it is. So, to keep yourself safe, here's what you need to know. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.